I am currently at Abilene in Texas. It's a city, everybody. Abilene. Just next to Colorado City and Sweetwater. Abilene. Right, first of all, how do you say it? If you just joined us, everybody, I was playing American Truck Simulator and I stopped at a place in Texas. I delivered something to a place called Abilene or something. I'm going to check out, see what it's actually like in real life and maybe look at some restaurant reviews. Oh, not to move. Oh. We love, all right, here we go.
We've given you all the reasons why you should move to Abilene, Texas.
Down the bottom left, everybody. If you want to be original, be ready to be copied. Well, wait a minute. How are they sitting on books? How is that? Does that all just come as the one like ornament? Did it come in? Can you reorder them to be original, to be copied, be ready if you want. Could be that. To be original, that is, or to be copied. Or to be original, and which is very likely to lead to you being copied, and all the other things that comes with that. Be ready if you want, but I would suggest you don't get ready. That's what it means. Don't get ready, because it's going to happen anyway. Do you know what I mean?
And today, I'm going to give you my top 5 reasons of why you shouldn't move to Abilene.
What's she saying? Is she saying Abilene?
Today, I'm going to give you my top 5 reasons of why you shouldn't move to Abilene.
Abilene. Oh shit, I've got it.
Number 5.
I want a fucking team. Give me that. The Limmy team. I'm going to make this. I'm going to animate it and everything.
Number 5. Abilene is not...
Abilene. Nice and clearly. Abilene. There it is.
Not a fast-paced city. So if you're looking for all the hustle and bustle of a big city, Abilene is not it. People drive pretty slow and they take their time at every store that you go to. So number 4, Abilene is just not the prettiest city in America. So we don't have a ton of trees. I mean, we have mesquite trees. I think they're pretty. Of course, I grew up here.
Just look at the same tree, but for different angles.
Have a ton of trees. I mean, we have mesquite trees. I think they're pretty. Of course, I grew up here, but we don't have the big, tall trees that so many other places do. We don't have mountains. We do have a couple of hills out in Tuscola, but not the really pretty mountains like you see in Colorado. We don't have rivers. We do have a couple of small little lakes.
That's fine.
But it's just not the super scenic, breathtaking place like some other places are. Another thing about Abilene is a lot of our buildings are a lot older. So we just don't have all of the new modern buildings that some cities do. We do have a couple of new shopping centers, so you'll see some, just not a lot like there are in a lot of the larger cities. Number...
If you try to talk me out.
3 is the nightlife. I will say our nightlife is a lot better than whenever I was growing up here, but we mainly have bars. So we don't have any really big like dance clubs.
That's all right. I'm 49. I'm not interested in that.
You know, party places, if you're looking for something like that. The good news is that the nightlife scene keeps growing as Abilene keeps getting bigger. Number 2, the weather. So for me, this is hard because I love our weather, but a lot of people that move here just don't love it as much.
I would like you to elaborate. Would you rate everybody? Too hot? Or can get a bit rainy? Looking at the trees.
So in the summer,
Texas. It's fucking Texas.
it's around 100 degrees or higher sometimes.
In English, please. $37? Fuck that.
Sometimes 20 days in a row. It's kind of sporadic, starting in the hundreds from May until August. Well, in September, it finally cools off to maybe 90, 95, it just depends. But the great thing is every single year is different.
What is Fahrenheit again? I mean, what's the idea? Fahrenheit. What's the big idea? Wikipedia simple English. Oh, thank you very much. Right. Right. If you could tell me how they came up with it. Several accounts of how he originally defined his scale exist, but the original paper suggests the lower defining point, 0, was established as the freezing temperature of a solution of brine made from a mixture of water, ice, and fucking shite. The other limit established was his best estimate of the average human body temperature, originally set at 90 degrees in 96. But how's that a limit? What do you mean 90? How is that the limit? I don't know what you're fucking on about. Oh, right. What? About 2.6 degrees less than the modern value due to the... Listen. It's just ridiculous. Look. So how's this? Right, look at this, look. It is very straightforward. The scale was based on 0 degrees for the freezing point of water and 100 degrees for the boiling point of water at normal pressure. Nice and fucking simple. 0's where it freezes, 100's where it boils. There you go. You can get your heater in that.
It may snow once or twice. Sometimes it doesn't snow at all. And every once in a while, we actually get a snowpocalypse. So you just never know. Another thing with weather is the wind. It is always windy here, which I will say in the summer is a good thing because...
Drying clothes or a cool breeze? For drying your clothes or a cool breeze? You wouldn't need it to dry the clothes because it's always fucking hot anyway.
It's really hot and it's over 100 degrees. At least there is some wind. And one other thing is there is no humidity. The number one reason to not move to Abilene is...
Is that a bad thing, actually? Walkability and transportation.
The walkability and transportation issues. So we don't really have very many sidewalks in town. Some of the newer neighborhoods have sidewalks, but if you're trying to walk to the grocery store or anywhere else, you're walking on the street. We also don't have any bike paths. So if you're trying to take transportation, we have bus transportation. We have Uber, but it is very limited. We do have a taxi service. I've never seen a taxi, but I have seen the sign at the airport. So maybe there is a taxi here. I don't know. So there you go, my 5 reasons to not move to Abilene. And I've got to say this was actually really hard for me to do because I love Abilene, but there are reasons why it may not be for you.
Get off a fucking bus. Where is everything? Where's anything? Maybe that's no. That's not the terminus. Maybe that's the garage for the buses or something. Right. I've arrived here and I'm hungry, and I'd like to go and get something to eat. Where's the local church? I go to the local church. I say, hi, hello. I'm from Scotland, a deeply religious Christian country. You'll know that many of the Christian values you have here in this country come from our ancient Calvinist ways. Can you give me shelter and food? Look at this. Get that fucking... Get a picture of that. Remember, you've got to go out there, really far back, and then zoom in so that you don't get any kind of wide-angle distortion sort of thing, and get it faced and go, I found this. What brings you to... Oh dear. Longacres has only got 2.4. There it is. Well, wait a minute. You mean this was fucking open at the time of Google reviews existing? Looks like it shot about 20 fucking year ago. Fuck Duck thinks a sub. The birthplace of banter. What be that then? No, the home of banter. Birthplace of banter. My stream. Mike Neil thinks of the bits. Glad you like the random shite and the sidetracking. Draw Lewis. Mike thinks the subs. And before Bezos screws you on the Prime subs, Dosh. It's only a matter of time. What was there? Scott Ernest W. Aye, so I'll just say I'm here on a photo project. I'm a photographer, and I've come to take pictures of various Americana. You see, the magic of photography is when I look at this, I see, and you probably see, an old rundown building. When you look through the camera, you pick out, you see it, and this is what I say to church, you see the details. You see through God's eyes. I'd say that. And they'd fall for it. They'd lap that up. You see it through God's eyes. You have a love for the paint, for the crumbling, for the brick, for that. The detail. The grass that grows. For the The broken glass. This for that. The angles. The simple existence of geometry. And the people and the memories. This once served this community. What happened in here? Who came in here? What did they buy? And who for? Did they ever come in and what they were looking for wasn't here? But they went out with something completely different and they didn't think they would come. You do that yourself. And when I think of that, I think up there. And I think of, there he is there. There he is. There a big man. There a big man. No, that's the sun. Right, and you've been to the sun, aye? You've been there, have you? Cunt's not even been on the fucking moon. He's trying to tell me what the sun is. I would like shelter in your church. What is that anyway? I keep thinking it's a church. Looks like a bank, maybe. What are you? It's a Taylor County courthouse. What is that? Is that like a Texas flag or something, or what is that? Far right dog whistle. Right, let's check out why this is at a business. Hope you're happy, by the way. Gain it on average. Gun shop, fucking hell. I went in to buy one thing. Got pissed off with the guy who worked there. Made me want to buy a grenade. Jesus Christ. Look at this. Do you know what these are like? This is like if you're trying to make up a wee town in... You're having a go at game development and you're making something up in Unity or fucking Unreal. You're like, right, I'm just going to use some pre-made assets. Or, right, concrete, tree, motor, building. What do you think? It looks no bad, but there's no... It's a wee bit bare. What's that? Oh, I just dragged a wee drag and drop asset that I got for the library. What is it? Well, it was like a well thing and I sort of moved it about a wee bit just to make it look like it's a kind of something else. What is that? Is that something that used to be something now it's fucked? Or is it actually... Nice. Here. July 2019. See more dates. Oh. 2007. Oh. Wait. That's still there. We've got 2013. There it was in its heyday, everybody. So 2007. Nothing there. Nothing. And then they thought, this is 6 years later. So at some point in the following 6 years, they went, let's build one of these. What is it? Well, it might come in useful. For what? For something. You'll be able to maybe And if you want a picture of that and you're wondering where was the best place to stone, you could stone in that. Or a bath. You could fill that with water, fill that with water. Then you sit in that. And then put your legs around and then sort of somehow get your knees around that to paddle in that, maybe. No. Could you be used to feed horses? Aye, public toilet. The fuck is that? Oh dear. What's happened to it? Did it just get kicked out? Has somebody run into it? Has it been vandalised? Maybe two contractors were asked to pitch for it, asked to submit a tender. What is it? Submit a, what do you call it? Did you submit a tender, or what do you call it? It's been put out to tender. And then the guy who didn't get the job came by one night and wrecked it. And then probably stood by the next day going, look at that. See, I told you, see, it's just fair air, see? That's what happens when you get what you pay for.